Well, you know, discipline is so central to parenting, and this is something that you really do have to work at being on the same page on, because if you're out of sync here, your kids read a lot of messages into that.
It can be ultra frustrating if you feel like you get stuck always being the bad guy, or and your spouse always gets to be the good guy and be kind of the lenient one, while you have to do what you know is best for them, even if it's not wonderful in the moment.
Yeah, so this kind of requires your own personal little parenting retreat, just the two of you. You've got to steal away with no phones, no interruptions, and the two of you have got to find some common ground here.
Yeah, and you know what really can help, and I know this from experience, from just working it through with other parents, is if you might just even designate an area of the child's life where you'll take over all discipline. Like when it comes to eating issues, I'm staying out of that. That's your ballpark. Or when it comes to homework, I'm gonna give you that ball, and anything that happens is going to be yours. And that way, you can take full ownership of something, but you don't always have to be the bad guy. You take on an area, and your spouse takes on an area.
As long as you both agree, like if you say, okay, you're going to take over the discipline when it comes to making them do their homework or what have you, but you got to follow through on it. It's not just a matter of
you got to follow through. But as a parent, I mean, one of the things we know is that our child gets two different styles. And they get two different people. And even if you're on the same page when it comes to values, you're not always on the same page when it comes to skill level to live those out, and personality level. And part of that is okay for your children.
But what's important is that they get a consistent message from the two of you on the big things, right? Even though you're going to have different personality styles in this, because that really is crazy making for a child if they're getting two different messages on this. Well, mommy says it's not important at all, and you're saying it's the most important thing ever. That can really cause some damage for a child,
and that takes some hard work and some hard conversations, and a lot of times this might have less to do with your spouse's personality and more to do with how afraid they are even of losing the connection and love of that child. And it might be some things you could do with some objective help, like a counselor. Right.
So steal away for some time on your own. Even I'm talking about just an hour, maybe. Go out to dinner and just devote your conversation to
it doesn't have to be like a weekend.
And then pull some objective advice in from a marriage counselor, from and by the way, attending a parenting seminar that devotes time to this can really do a lot to pull the two of you onto the same page.
Sometimes just a very simple technique can relieve a lot of pressure. But I got to tell you, I don't think this is a rare issue. In most relationships, the parents are drawn to each other. They have different styles, and even if they agree on the values, they might have different levels of ability. And so it's something couples work through. You're not alone in this. This is a common negotiation.
Right, absolutely. And as always, think about some marriage mentors, somebody that's kind of traveled this road before you.
Marriage mentors.
Yeah, marriage mentors.
Parenting, marriage mentors.
Right, but that's the idea, to find another couple that's gone through this before you have, so that they can kind of speak into this situation in your lives and help you along the way.